Travis says, sounds like you would be a good trader slash investor distribution slash accumulator. It's funny you say that, Travis, because I started my career in private equity making those kinds of bets. The problem was when you do that in housing, it starts to feel pretty shitty to be like, well, I'm making a bet on the cost of living for these regular people going up, right? We think we can raise the rents higher than they already are. And I just walked away. I had, tons of upside. I was paid a ton of money and I just walked away. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't make that bet to myself to say, I'm going to spend my days trying to make money off of raising rents on, average people. Especially when you run the math and, I ran those models for a long time. You can make a ton of money raising the rent 4%. Well, then why are we raising it 20%? That was sort of, out of my purview. And, at a certain point, you start asking questions and not liking the answers you're getting. And I just walked away. I had no plan. I didn't have another job lined up. I'm never going to work in finance again. And I'm totally fine with that. I really am. I have no regrets. I sleep so well at night now knowing that I'm not spending my time making life harder for other people. And I'm so convinced that our culture, our society, it almost makes people sick. Greed is a disease. It's almost like cancer, right? If you ever meet somebody that's like, man, I just really need to accumulate as much wealth as I possibly can, I think we should treat that person like they have an illness, right? Like we can help you, we can give you resources, teach people empathy. I don't know what all the answers are, but I do know that I've met a lot of those people. And, people back in the day might have thought me one of those people. And that's a reality that I have to live with, right? I did spend, almost a decade of my life working in that industry. And I have to reconcile that every day. But I am proud of myself for making a choice to do something different. I just said I'm not doing it anymore. I packed up my office, said, see you guys. No bonus, nothing, right? Just see ya. And that's okay, right? Self-sacrifice is a requirement for cultures, societies to improve, right? My life has become much harder as a result of that choice. And again, that's okay. That's totally fine because the impact is necessary.